My name's Dave Turner. I own this company, Flow Beds. We make mattresses. I'm the vice mayor here in Fort Bragg. I've always lived in California, so I don't have one of those comparisons like, wow, look where we've arrived. I was born right here in Fort Bragg, and when I was 10, moved down to the Bay Area, so lived down there. So I've always loved it. As my business grew, I went down to Southern California, and I actually was in 10 states. So I got to travel and see a lot of places, and there was just no feeling like flying back into the San Francisco Bay Area and knowing I was home, and just the mountains and driving up north here. When I've been out of the state, you come up through Santa Rosa, and about Cloverdale. This night gets darker, and the stars just start popping out, and the mountains are there, and you just roll on home through the mountains, and there's just no better feeling. I got onto city council because I was actually kibitzing with somebody saying, "Oh, you got to do this about the mill site and this," and he said he was on the city council. He says, "Why don't you run?" I said, "Are you kidding? My business is growing. I'm busy." And he goes, "Well, if not now, when?" And that question right there, Vince said it, and that stopped me in my tracks, and I realized now's the time. The mill site is why Fort Bragg is here, is because of the redwood in the area, and 120 years ago, they discovered actually a ship crashed out here, and they discovered all this timber out here, and so guys, there was no roads in to the coast here. And they discovered all this timber, and one of the guys that found it rode home to Wisconsin, I think it was, or Michigan, and said, "Dad, send whatever, I'm building a mill." And so then there used to be mills up and down the coast. Every cove had a little mill in it, but it kind of got concentrated into Fort Bragg, and when they joined two mills, became the Union Mill. Then that got bought by Georgia Pacific, et cetera, et cetera. But that's why Fort Bragg became the town it is here on the coast, as remote as we are, but had enough of a get up and go because of the mill. Then, of course, during the earthquake in 1906, it was just, even though this town got wiped out a little bit too, San Francisco needed a ton of lumber to rebuild, and they were just milling like crazy.